because when he stops now, the animation keeps playing. And that is if... Do we have distance? I'm sure we're getting distance here. Oh, we can actually make distance in the main. So we're gonna add distance here and set it to 0. So we keep track of the distance. And we have to do, if it's not equals to 0, play the animation. Technically, we could just put it inside here, but then this animation will be based on time. And that's not what we don't want, that because we already have it based on time inside this animation. So it's never going to run those if statements if the distance is 0. Obviously, it will freeze on the current frame. Also, sometimes we have the glitch because the distance, it kind of goes too far than what we collect, and then goes back and forward until the distance is 0. So it kind of goes like and stops. So we probably should fix that as well. Because unless you get running animation. So what we want to do is we can say itself if it's equals to 0, if it's less than 3, for example. Not sure if that's far, but 3. And that should fix it a little bit. Or make it even worse. If it's... Oh my god. Yeah, wrong way. So it stops now, we just need to make it so when you stop, you don't end up on running animation, because there's a chance you will end up on running animation instead of standing animation, which we have here. So what we're gonna do is else, and based on the angle, we're gonna choose standing animation. But that'll be pretty bad. Because we're gonna have to do all those estimates again. What we can do actually is check for distance here. And if it is so if you're supposed to stop, we set the animation to 1, I believe. 113 200. So we will play the animation, but it will keep choosing the same images. Else animation, and that's going to be on scale as well, but we just changed this to 2. Okay, so that should stop on hmm. No, I think the distance is too high. There's something. Let's change it to 15. And something is wrong with moving right. Not sure exactly why. What? It's very perfect. Okay, I believe the problem is because of the else statements. So what we actually need is if distance is greater than 15, and we'll need a boolean, unfortunately. For now, at least. Stop animation. What we're going to do is create class in our next tutorial. For this, for the main character. So we don't have to have all main character stuff inside our main class. Because you can see it's kind of getting long. So if not stop and distance is greater than 15, actually I don't think we need that, just not stop. And obviously you set it to false, and you set it to true. We set it to true here. We check the distance. If distance is greater than 15, if it's less than 15, distance. If it's less than 15, you stop animation. Otherwise, you continue. So now it's not gonna overwrite our animation no matter what. Which is not good because actually changes to 5. So you have 10 meters, 10 meters, 10 pixels to change it. Hmm. There's definitely a better way of doing this. Well, if distance is 0, then we stop the animation. I really need to rethink how I'm doing this. Okay, to fix this final little glitch we get sometimes of stopping out this animation, just change this distance and slide. Oh, time check. Instead of equals to 0, just make it if it's greater than 15. Where we do the movement. So when you get close enough to the target, we stop. So now it's going to run the animation very nicely, I would say. So I'm holding left click, and as you can see, he follows where we clicked. Nice animation. The only little glitch we still have, which is holding left and click very close, and he kind of like, you can make him kind of like go like this, but I'm not really concerned about that. It's not really that big of a glitch. Otherwise, I think it's pretty good. So you can like click and he goes there. Click, he goes there. This kind of reminds me of like point and click games actually. But we're gonna do an RPG, but you can easily make point and click game out of this now as well, because you have basic walking principles. So yeah, and next tutorial we'll be creating main character class, and we'll dump all of this useless code in there. Well, not useless, all this precious code, all the many main character related stuff. So main function will be very short again, which is good. Okay, so I'm just gonna just remove this bit so it's not gonna spam anymore. Okay guys, have a nice day and see you next week.